It's the backyard. A little messy. Still project in the works. Here's our work table. Very messy. Stuff we use for compost. Feed to our worms in our worm farm. These are for the worm farm to add when we need to raise more buckets on there. Once they fill up one bucket, you add another. Stuff I use for cleaning the pond. Our praying mantis eggs are in here. Each egg has 200 praying mantises, about 200. These are flowers starting. Wheatgrass, serrano pepper, Apache pepper. Let's kind of start over here. These are flowers in here. And in here. This is John David making a mess, even though I told him not to get in there. His fish, because we just cleaned his pond out. We're filling it back up right now. We use the fish water to water because it's high in nutrients for the plants. John David, please get out of that puddle. These are more Apache peppers. The one corn plant that I planted in that whole area, Victoria's chamomile. I don't know if I say that right.
Yeah.
Some spinach that I planted.
Yeah.
This is our flowers that I like Elysium. Not sure how to pronounce those either. Stay back, buddy. Ooh. They spread. These were all from last year. They sprouted and spread themselves. Our pea plants, which I gotta reroute them back inward. And they'll grow all the way up to the top here. Lettuce. Right there, right there. Cucumber plant that I planted a while back that I didn't think was going to actually sprout, but it eventually has. I planted one there and there too. They haven't sprouted. Hopefully they will. John David trying to play with his fish again. Got to redo this area. There's nothing I've ever planted in there, but I'm going to fill it up with flowers this year, which is what I did here. Even though they look like weeds, they're actually wildflowers. Bachelor buttons and some other things. Palm trees that randomly sprouted because some bird dropped them. There are more bachelor buttons. Some clovers. These are all flowers in here. Here's some purple. This is just watered, so you can't really see them very well, but these are all babies. They're all in here. They're all purple. The ones in the back are all white. That one's a white that was already here. These are wheatgrass. Apricot tree. Orange tree. And then our garden. Got her strawberries right there. Jasmine plant back in the back. In the back on the trellis is going to be cucumbers that grow up because they do vine up. Here we have beets and spinach. Some kale that we got to spread out. Lettuce that I just trimmed back because we transplanted it and a lot of leaves died. It's okay, just trim it back, they'll keep growing. Cucumbers, we got a sprout in there. Some in here, I kind of moved the dirt around and checked, and we have some sprouting. Some yellow of the Elysium, those white ones. Some spinach. Looks like we actually have a sprout there. Our blueberry bush, which is doing very well. Start off as flowers, then they slowly die off. And then you're left with these, which turn into the blueberries. Here's our grape, green grape, which is actually doing well. I'm gonna use this tire for flowers. And here I have my wildflowers. Pineapple plant from last year that didn't make it. I tried to plant it in here and try to keep it going. Didn't make it. Some flowers. These are my favorite one. They're like celosia or something like that. They look like fire. Squash plant that I got to transplant, summer squash. Better view of the wildflowers. Those are more of the purple alyssum. Some planters that we got to plant, like these ones. That's her chocolate mint. Now over here, we have in the 4 outer squares, black beans. As you can see, have started to sprout out here. And then in this middle one, some more summer squash, which is starting to pop through. And here, we have our 2 tomatoes, of course. Cherries, and then big beef steak. Carrots are planted in this section. Onions in the middle. Some more different type of carrots over here. In here we have lettuce, spinach, kale, Swiss chard. There's some more kale sprouts. That's a lettuce sprout. It's a spinach sprout. Even though we have a lot of the same plants, a lot of them are all different. And that's going to be used for flowers. These we used for our worm garden. The buckets we cut the tops off of, we learned that from a guy on YouTube, and we're going to reuse the buckets for flowers. And I think that's about everything. There's where we were going to build a fire pit, but we both decided not to. And that's it for now.